Okay, welcome everyone. On behalf of all the directors who are going to share with you, we just want to welcome you guys to this call, and we have so many announcements to share with you guys. Because it's going to take a few minutes, we're going to jump right into it and share with you all the cool things that we heard, want to share with you, all the strategy we have to share with you, plus a special announcement at the end. So you definitely want to stick around for that. Text a friend. If you don't see them on, like text a friend and tell them, hey, you might want to get on this call because we've got a ton of stuff to share. So let's start it off right now. Oops, here we go. Here's a conference recap. Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me start again. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness, so much fun. You guys, that if you could just feel the energy in the room, there was 3,000 people in the room. Why is this automatically playing? What's happening? Okay, hold on, let me restart this. Here we go. I think it was on autoplay. No wonder it was throwing me off. Okay, if you could have just been there and the energy in the room, it was unlike you just have to feel it to understand it. There was 3,000 people in the room. You guys, the next event is going to be even bigger if you can believe it. What do you guys think? I'm going to say 5,000. Does anybody want to go to 6,000? It's definitely going to be a big event, but we want to share with you some of the takeaways that we have from the event. And we're going to start off with Susan and Tracy, who are going to take us through some of the announcements. So I'm going to pull you guys up and then you could take us through with a few of the things that they shared with us.
Awesome. Thank you, Brianna. Yeah, Tracy and we're going to be quick because we've got some really awesome things to cover. But there was a couple of announcements on products and then some new technology, right, Tracy? So we're going to go over that really quick. The new all new balancing gel cleanser is going to be dropping soon. And you guys, what is so special about this is it's really a cleanser that's for all skin types. So we have obviously three cleansers in our line, but this one is going to be more focused on like an intro cleanser. So really anyone can use this, all ages. And especially it's being formulated for, acne prone skin. So there's some very special ingredients in it that are going to be very helpful for that category. And, Angie, our product specialist, will be doing deep dives on this. But just to kind of give you a little, overview, it has the Byungpool P100, which is actually a powder version of our Byungpool. So that's kind of a new thing. But really going to be very hydrating, again, very gentle. And then there's going to be the SIBO Clear that helps reduce the sebum and inflammation in the skin. Hyaluronic acid, which is going to be really great for extra hydration. And then a complex that helps tightens and tone the skin. And then, of course, an extract that helps with skin revitalizing, and it helps with like antibacterial properties. So this just, I'm very excited about this cleanser. You'll be able to add it in. One of the things, it can be a standalone cleanser, but K Beauty is all about double cleansing, as we know, getting the skin really prepped for all of those nutrient dense ingredients that we have in our entire ritual. So this is going to be a great ad, and I can't wait for it. It's going to come in December. So mark your calendars for that. You'll be seeing it drop. And of course, like I said, we'll be learning a little bit more about it, I'm sure, on some of our deep dives with Angie. But really exciting here. And then we have dun, da, 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 coming in December, this guy, our original Bodo Lab. I know the field has been asking so much for the original scent. You guys, they heard you. Many people have written in to rituals@remon.com. That's a great place for some product feedback. And they heard you. They are bringing this back. So it's coming in December in the original scent again. And I know I'm very excited about that. It is my favorite. So next, Tracy, are we getting some AI? What's happening here?
We are. I first of all, who's excited about trying the new cleanser? Like for all skin types, sensitive skin types, acne prone, first time users cleansing their skin. Like, how can we have this all in one? Like, so exciting. But yes, I was super excited when I heard about the Remon chatbot. Okay, so who here would love 24-hour VIP support? Anybody ever being like, where do I find this? Wait, it's in the drive. What part of the drive do I go to find this? And you're like searching everywhere, right? This is going to give you answers for everything. Products, links, you name it, skin quiz, what's best for your skin, all the things. So this is really utilizing technology AI as kind of like a personal assistant for our business. So whatever you're looking for, you ask the bot, middle of the night, early in the morning, and it's going to guide you. It's going to answer you. And like I said, if there's a link to be attached to it, it's going to actually send you a link. If you're looking for something, you click it and it takes you right there. So super excited for this because I know I spend a lot of time sometimes searching around just to find what I'm looking for. So yeah, very exciting. So with that, I think we're moving off to Kate Twig, who's going to talk to us about makeup and what's coming in our future. So take it away, Kate.
Yay! My favorite part. Okay, so yes, lots of new makeup coming, and I think do I control the slides or you got it? Okay, perfect. All right, so now I'll kind of be like how Betty was. Who wants mascara? Anyone? Raise your hand. Who wants mascara? So this mascara is powered by our giant Byungpool leaf. And it may also have our Desert Cola technology. So think longer, healthier, fuller lashes. This is huge, you guys. And everything with obviously our patented ingredients, our technology, this is all going to be proprietary. So this is not like your average mascara. This is mascara with an extra boost, right? That's going to have all of that technology to really give you longer, healthier lashes. Then we have, okay, this was a typo. This is a lash serum. We all were like, an eyeshadow serum? So this is actually a lash serum. So it's going to have that growth technology to strengthen and naturally enhance your lashes. And what's the best about this, which is going to be a game changer, is that like all of our products, it's going to be clean. So if you know anything about lash serums right now, they are not clean, or lash growth serums. They are not clean. It's very hard. They all kind of use the same ingredient and then just kind of change it a little bit, but it has caused people their eyes to get red, their eyes to get irritated. So people with sensitive sensitive eyelids, sensitive eyes, like this could be it. Obviously, we haven't tried it, but knowing how clean our products are and the plant-based technology, this is going to be a game changer. Nothing else like it on the market. Then we're also going to have lip liners. So to go with our butter lip tints, we're going to have lip liners. We're also going to have eyeliners. I'm going with free doing the slides. So lip liners, eyeliners, all to help just define our face, our features. And then we also have eyeshadow. So even more pops of color that we're going to be able to add to our collection. And she also mentioned that these are going to be formulated with anti-aging and skincare benefits built in. I don't know. That's all she said, literally word for word. But to know that that is somehow in there sounds absolutely amazing. So I want to talk about what this kind of means for you. So how is this going to help build your business? So one, this is, yes, we have the cushion. Yes, we have the lip tints, but this is even more of an attraction for a new entry point for a customer. So maybe they weren't really into skincare and maybe they weren't too sure about the cushion, but now we have the lash serum and the mascara and the lip tints and the lip liners and the eyeliners. And they may be like, okay, all of this makeup, I need to try it. It's different. It's clean. The technology is different. So this is an awesome way to get new customers that may not be into a full skincare routine or maybe just didn't or aren't choosing to use the skincare. Also, like I said before, the unique differentiation of it just having our patented ingredients, our technology. There is nothing like this on the market. Betty even said that she has a lot of the samples in her makeup drawer, and she's like, nothing compares to anything at Sephora. And she's nervous that her samples are going to run out because she doesn't want to use anything else. So I absolutely love that. And I have been on some calls with her. I think maybe some of you, and she'll kind of sneak and be like, and show me something. And I'm like, wait, show me more. So it really is really exciting to know that whatever we do at Remon is always going to be different. We're not just putting a product in the market just to put a product in the market. We're doing it to be different and to bring a whole new kind of category of this skincare infused patented technology into makeup. Another thing, just if you have skincare customers and maybe they aren't really makeup customers, maybe now they're going to be interested in potentially trying makeup. Makeup is all coming in 2026. It does say that on the slide. It's hard to see. So we don't have that coming this year, but soon in 2026, which is really exciting. So again, if you have people who are into the skincare, you have this cross-selling opportunity now to bring them into makeup to even enhance their skin. And honestly, a lot of people in my experience, sometimes they don't wear makeup because their skin hasn't been in good condition, right? Maybe they have a lot of texture to their skin, and when they add makeup, it just makes it worse. Typically, that's what happens. Your skincare or your makeup can only be as good as your skincare. So when people's skin starts getting better, now they might be more open to trying our makeup products. So anyway, all of this to say, this is going to be another way that you can serve your customers and be a one-stop shop for all of their beauty needs. And yes, brow pencils. We forgot about that one. So lip pencils, eye pencils, brow pencils, all the pencils, mascara, lash serum. And I even know they are hard at work working on even more makeup and more kind of tools in the makeup space, which is really exciting. So yes, all coming 2026.
Awesome. Kate, one thing I'll add in there, what I think is interesting that I heard, you hear little conversations, but what's interesting is that the manufacturers that they're using for this are manufacturers that manufacture for brands like Makeup Like Mario, Laneige, Huda Beauty. So these guys know what they're doing when it comes to manufacturing, but what separates Remon is that all of their makeup is going to be patented, just like Kate said, where it's going to have the infused like Lab and that technology. And so I'm like, I have such thin brows. I'm like, can you imagine me putting on my brow pencil? It's going to help as a lash, almost like a growth serum at the same time. It's really cool when you think about it. But just know that the manufacturer is on point. It's who all the top major brands are using. And then they're also going to have more cushion colors coming out in 2026 as well. So if you're like in between a shade or two, don't worry, they're going to have more coming.
Yes, and I know they're working later down the road on the BB cream coming out in additional shades too. They're working hard.
Okay, so let's pop over to Christy Belliston, who's going to share some information with us that she picked up from the conference.
Oh, are you guys ready for this? So we have our incentive trip that was announced, and I'm so excited. I want to ask you guys who was in Mexico with us? Who was in Cabo? Because I know that for any of you guys that have experienced an incentive trip, Carrie was there, awesome. You know what that does, not just for yourself, but also just for your belief and also for your team as well. So, the one thing that we really want you guys to know is that we want you guys to know that yes, we've got all this incredible information, and for all of us that were at convention, we're like, whoa, this is so much. But our goal here tonight is to make sure that you guys leave this call with a plan of action, and we want to make sure that this is super, super simple for you guys. Okay. So are you ready? It looks like Tracy Zimmer already and Jen. So we are going to Cabo. No, we're going to Costa Rica. So who's excited? Who's been? Have you been to Costa Rica? Who's excited? Okay, so I want you guys to do me a favor, and I want you to decide right now that you're going. Okay. And the biggest thing that I want to share with you guys is you need to see it. You got to see it every single day. You got to close your eyes. You got to see yourself on the beach. You got to see yourself celebrating with your team, right? You have to claim it. And I'm telling you, if you're closing your eyes every single day, you guys are seeing it, you're visualizing it, you're on the airplane, right? You're laughing, you're having fun. It will happen for you. And that's what's going to give you everything that you need to get there, because you're going to be inspired, right? You're going to get out there. You're going to have confidence. The fear isn't going to stop you. So tonight we want to walk you guys through a really simple game plan. So here we go. We've got 4 tiers here. We've got tier 1. This is a trip for 1. And we've got tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Here's what I want to say. The biggest thing is, yes, of course, tier 4 would be awesome, right? We're all running for tier 4, but I really want you guys just to break it down and simplify it and work backwards, okay? And so, for example, tier 1 is trip for 1, okay? That's 1200 TP, okay? That's 1200 TP. And of course, the TP stands for travel points. All right. How are these earned? They're earned by doing what we're doing already, right? And so it's just getting out there and doing the work. So let's break it down. So for tier 1 to earn 1200 TP, we have 5 months to do it, you guys. That's only 240 TP a month. That's only, and here's all the different ways that you guys can do it. We can do it by sponsoring. We can do it by rank advancement. We can do it by monthly performance. So I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of an example here. So think of it this way. If each month you had 40 active customers, that's going to give you 100 TP. 2,000 in retail sales, that's going to give you another 100 TP. One planner that enrolls with the starter kit premium, that's going to give you another 100 TP. And you guys, you're already over for that month, right? That's 300 TP in 1 month. So you're already over the average needed. Do that every single month for 5 months, and you are going to Costa Rica. So again, don't overthink it. Simplify it. Just start with what do I need to do every single month? And you break it down. Okay, what do I need to do every single week? And you break it down. So that's what I do when these trips are announced. I immediately go look and see, okay, what is going to be needed in order for me to earn tier 1. And then you want to hit tier 2, well, double it. You want to hit tier 3, triple it, and so on. Okay. So again, do that consistently, and Costa Rica is definitely yours. So again, here's all the ways that you guys can earn it. Customer sales, we went through that, customer loyalty. So, and again, you guys, we've got something that we're going to announce at the very, very end. Bree's going to hit on it a little bit too, but you guys are going to be really excited about this, because everybody that is on this call is going. You guys are going, and you guys are going to see exactly how you're going to be able to do that. Okay, let's go to the next slide. All right, here's something that's really exciting. So who picked up their convention pack? Say I or say me in the chat, please. So these have been extended through September 12th. So this is not just for us, you guys. This is for our customers as well. So I picked up one of the bigger packs as well, and I'm sure all of the directors here on this call did. And there's a reason for that, right? Because one of the things that it does for us is it earns us those TP points towards Costa Rica, right? And so again, two of your customers, Mindy, picked them up. Congratulations. That's amazing. So you guys, all of this matters because these packs, again, they're not just value packs. They count towards our travel points. And again, every single one of us that picked this up is going to be one step closer to Costa Rica. This truly is the most easiest, most immediate way to get the points on the board. I remember last year when they announced the trip, I picked up two because I definitely wanted to get a head start on earning my trip to Cabo. And again, your team will do what you do. So what you're doing, your team will do. And we know that, of course, when your team picks up their packs too, that's going to help you as well. Okay, so don't wait. Grab your pack, you guys, this week. It's really going to be the fastest way. Look at these incredible packs we have. We have a Roadmap Premium Bundle 1. That's the one I picked up. We have Roadmap Premium Bundle number 2. And then we've got our Roadmap Plus bundle and then our Roadmap bundle. But look at the free products. Like, I've never seen packs like this that have this much freebies. There's so many freebies here. And then, of course, we've got our Canadian kits as well. And then you guys can see the Canadian prices here. And again, we need products. We need products for our K-pop-ups, right? This is basically you bringing inventory into your store. We need these for demos, we need these for use, right? And so again, the savings is huge. And so this is definitely the time to pick up your products that you're going to need for your business. The special ends on the 12th, Jen. It ends on the 12th, okay? All right, I think my part is done.
Yeah, and just one other thing that I'll mention is that, you know, there's a promotion going on where okay, let me make sure I say it right. If I buy the promotion package, then myself and my sponsor both get trip points. I don't know if you guys caught that. And so if let's say that, you know, let's say that Leah buys a conference kit. She's going to get the trip points. And because Tracy's her sponsor, Tracy's also going to get the trip points. Does that make sense? So it's a pretty cool incentive where it works like double duty for both of you to collect those trip points. And then, you know, this is a limited time, of course, like she said, through September 12th. And then I believe, don't you also get the trip points when your customer buys one?
Yes.
So, like for me, if I have a customer who's going to get the EX line, that you guys, this is crazy. We should be promoting at least the roadmap bundle at the bottom to our customers, because if they're going to try the EX line, do you know how insane it is if they're getting a travel kit for free and you're going to get 10 trip points? Like, really think about that. So,
And new
go ahead.
planners. It's a great way for recruiting too.
Mhm.
Get them started off.
And that travel kit has both the EX or signature line and the RAD 100. It's the specialty travel kit.
So I know for me personally, I'm going to message all of my customers and people that have been on the fence. And I'm like, hey, you guys, right now, you can actually get this. I believe the one that includes both the EX and the RAD, I think it's valued at $120. So you can get $120 in products for free if you want to stock up on the EX line, or if you're ready to try the EX line. $120 in products for free, you guys, and a cute little puffer bag. We all like the free things. So at the very minimum, like, there's so many different ways that you can promote this. So you can obviously stock up on product. Like, the reason why I got one for myself is because you guys, I had to text Susan. I had to beg her to bring me some dermatology cream to Vegas because I was like, I don't have any. All my products gone because I had it out to everyone else. And so I was replenishing my stock with these. And then if you're a planner that you sponsored, get one, they're going to get the travel kits. You're going to get travel points. You're going to get the travel points. And then when I promote it to my customers, they're going to get $120 in free products. So anybody else have anything to add to that? Okay, cool. I think we got it. Okay. Thank you, Christy, so much. It's crazy promotion. I'm so glad they extended it. It was supposed to end last night, and then of course everybody begged for them to extend it, so they did. Um, okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about some announcements that we heard at the convention, but first, I want to go out to this incredible lady. So Sean, raise your hand so I can find you on here. Have to tell you about Sean. She has the coolest story. She just got started with Remon last about a week ago, and she decided literally with the week before Vegas that she was going to fly to Vegas. She's in Indiana. She said, I'm going to get a starter kit. I'm going to fly to Vegas. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to learn this thing. And when she was in Vegas, she hit manager. She has the coolest story. And so she has always been a love of skincare and, really great skin, taking care of her skin. And so, Sean, I just want to first, I need to find you. There you are. I see you. And I would love for you to share a little bit about your experience. What drew you to Remon? What did you think of Vegas? This is your very first conference, and we'd just love to hear just a few minutes from you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brianna. So I just got back, literally grabbed my luggage. My husband picked me up and we were having dinner. And so you can see I'm in a car and it's dark outside. But I so badly wanted to be on this call. So here I am. But yeah, I have never done a business like this before. Direct selling has just never crossed my mind, or I had even learned really about it. And so I learned about this company, and I know skincare pretty well. And so when I researched and connected with Brianna, I decided that I would go ahead and grab some products so I could try. And then she invited me to Vegas. And when I do something, I want to go all in. And so I want to know if this company is worth my time and my effort. And so I think this is the 5th day maybe for the product. I just literally got them before I left. And I can say that they're really, really different. And a lot of that has to do with I'm from skincare that is very chemical, I guess you could say, retinol, AHAs, a lot of things that have been around for several years. And so that's what I've been used to. And so to me, it was intriguing and really kind of proved to me that something as gentle for your skin as the K-Beauty Remon specifically is, but yet it's so powerful in the ingredients to where it actually works. And that spoke volumes to me. And so I'm finding that out in the last few days. But the neat thing is that, I made the lunch to go to Las Vegas just because, like I said, when I do something, I want to know that when I'm all in, it's worth it. And so I can tell you that what a professional production. And it was just a very neat perspective to be in the audience looking on. And most of what I saw was this professional leadership. But more than that, humbleness, which spoke volumes to me because there was a great group of people doing this together, not just one person. And so that spoke a lot to me. And so it was just really powerful. It was packed full. It was fun. And so more than anything, though, I'm thankful and grateful for the leadership. And it starts with Brianna. And I know that, you know, as Lori and Stephanie have also come alongside me, it's just something that I really feel, you know, I was kind of checking it out and making sure. And just in my connection with these three people, I just really feel like, you know, this is kind of a path I really want to pursue. So that was kind of fast for me to barely have signed up and then to go to the convention, but just really the connection and just the powerful professionalism, and really people's hearts spoke way more than their words, and that meant a lot to me.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you came. I can't wait for you to come to the next one. I know she already got her ticket to the next one. Thank you so much. Thank you for being on. I know you just landed, and please go eat dinner. I feel bad keeping you from dinner. So we're going to jump right into a few of these announcements. So you may have seen this. They talked about global expansion, and we knew that we were officially opening up the Philippines in October. That's when they'll officially start. The flag will be on the website. The customers can start ordering. That's when the products will start shipping from the warehouse. We've also heard that Japan is opening up fourth quarter of this year. And so they actually released, some basically an official launch timeline for the Philippines, where we know that the warehouse and the office, these are actual pictures from the office, which is actually scheduled to open on time, which they said is very unusual. So they were happy about that. October 1st, it will actually start opening. And then they're also going to have some events happening in the Philippines. So I won't go through this in detail. If you want, you can screenshot this if this applies to you. And if not, we're going to skip over it pretty quickly. But I'll give you a minute just to take a picture or screenshot if you need this. I do have to say, just, kind of interesting timing. Sean, who just spoke to you guys, she's actually going to a wedding in the Philippines next month. And she was like, wow, what interesting timing, because she's going to be there. And you never know where life is going to take you. Maybe you have nothing to do with the Philippines, and that's okay. Maybe you will end up with Japan on your radar. They did give us a little bit of a glimpse into what Japan is going to look like, which is coming out this year. So here's basically what the pre-launch of Japan is going to look like, where the pre-launch site will open November 25th. In December is when you could start online ordering, and then they'll do a pre-launch tour. The dates are coming soon. And then product shipping will start on December 19th. So we'll have more details as this rolls out. But here's what was the interesting thing that none of us saw coming. We were like, what? I just cannot believe how quickly this turned around. Europe expansion. So who wants to go to Europe? I know people have been asking, hey, I have a customer in the UK who wants to order the products, and she's been asking, when can she order the products? And we're like, I'm sorry, we're not there yet. So you guys, this is happening in 2 weeks. So Europe is, the United Kingdom is right around the corner. So what will happen is on September 23rd, they will have the pre-launch site that will open. The House of Riemann is going to open for online enrollment, and the ordering will begin. And then, of course, they'll do a pre-launch series. They are going to have a launch event at the Novotel London Hotel. Apparently, this is an iconic, you ask anyone there, it is so respected. It is a loved, featured place that they wanted to have this event at. So it's it's going to be a very respected event. And then, of course, product shipping is going to begin on October 27th. So this was a huge surprise seeing this. But what was also a surprise is some of the announcements that are right around the corner, where this year we're going to have the Philippines, UK, and Japan opening. In 2026, we have Chile, Colombia, Peru, Italy, Spain, and Ireland, all coming in 2026. Now, if you're looking at this and you're like feeling a little overwhelmed and you're like, holy cow, I don't even know where to start. Wait, where? I mean, I was feeling that way. I'm like, there's so many countries. Like, where do you even start? You pick one. That's where you start. And you don't have to go there. You don't have to fly there. You don't have to track people down. You pick one and you start thinking about that one locally. And thinking locally will take you globally. And I'll tell you my story about the Philippines. So earlier this year, I had decided that I was like, you know what? I think I want to build in the Philippines. And which seems insane to me. It seems like an impossible goal, which is what I talked about at the event. But it felt impossible because one, I get very intimidated by Asia. It's a different culture, it's a different language. I get nervous even thinking about going there. Um, I also didn't know anything about the Filipino culture. I also didn't even know where the Philippines was on a map. But what did I do? I started local and I started looking for the right places to build locally. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I did in detail, but not tonight. So that's a little teaser. We do have a very special challenge that we're going to share with you at the end of this call, where I'm going to share with you step by step exactly what I did to build in the Philippines to the point where there was enough connections made to where I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to go to the Philippines. And then that led to other people saying, hey, I want to go to the Philippines too. And then us going there ended up, thousands of people ended up joining from that trip. And you don't have to go to these places. Don't hear it that way. Because guess what? We are all connected together. And I guarantee somebody in your upline, sideline, downline is going to be going to one of these places, and you could connect your people with them. We have Zooms, we have technology. You don't have to go to these places. But what I want you to do is I just want you to look at this list and maybe just pick one. Maybe pick one that kind of like piques your curiosity a little bit. And maybe it's none. Maybe you want to build totally locally, you don't want to build globally, and that's okay. But if you are curious about what would it look like to maybe, go to the UK, especially I'd say that's an easy one. They speak English. The translation isn't so hard. So I'm going to share with you guys when we announce it later on that challenge. I'm going to give you step by step. So if this is on your radar, great. We're going to walk you through it. And if it's not, you guys, there is a sea of skin surrounded by us. I will tell you, we have barely tapped into Canada and North America and Mexico. So there's so much to do on our side of the world. But if this interests you, we'll walk you through it later on. So I'm going to turn it over to Abby, and Abby is going to share some of the things that she picked up at conference. And I believe she has a special guest that's going to share.
I do. I do. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited about this topic because I think that events are just the lifeline of your business. And, belief, it's not taught, it's caught. And if you haven't been to an event, it's really hard for you to grasp the feelings and the vibe and the culture and the bigger vision that is so far outside you, to be able to come back home and just give you that big vision, that big energy to kind of glean into every day that you're working your business. You anchor into the emotions that you feel at the event. Now, I always look at this business as soon as I sign someone up, I kind of just feel like I got to keep them holding on for dear life until I can get them to the event, because that is where belief is transferred. And there's three major things that help you be successful in this business. One is your belief in the product, which, hello, if you're here, we know, we all have. The other one is the belief in yourself. And that comes through a lot of personal development and being around the fire and mentors and team. And the other one is belief in the company. And to really experience that and feel the heart and see chairman on and be in the room, you have to have that third pillar. The other two can't sustain long term. And so, you know, the other thing is at events, typically there is a breakthrough that happens in the room. I've been to events where it's one story or one sentence that completely does a tiny shift that changes the trajectory of somebody's life and their business. And so they're magic moments. You can't catch those on lives and Zooms. These are magic moments that happen, and it can be one thing. And so, you know, I feel like I have a woman on my team. Her name is Elena Huffman. And, you know, this is not her first event that she's been to. She's a team leader. She's absolutely incredible, phenomenal leader. And I think maybe this is her third event, but I watched her watch something where I felt like I saw a magic moment. And I'm not going to steal her story, but let's go, Elena. Let's have it. I want to hear from you. What happened in that room for you this weekend?
Yes, yes, yes. So much happened. Yeah, I've been to all the events except for one, but in the other companies I've done all the events. And yes, you can physically be there, but sometimes you're not mentally there the whole time. And what was different with this one was there was something said. There's so many nuggets, so many nuggets. I have a notebook full, but someone said, I think it was on the business panel, this individual said, it's easier to 10x your business than to try to grow in increments. And I am so guilty of that. So it was just like, phew, like the, you know, like the popcorn kernels, you hear like people have their popcorn kernels popped. Well, it did, right? And I I wrote myself a letter on the plane ride last night on the way home because I wanted to make sure that I could put into words exactly what I was committing to myself. And this letter I intend to read on stage when I become director in 2026. Hopefully the next convention, right? But that's what we're shooting for. I'm just going to read this letter. It'll take like a minute, okay? But I have to say, how do you feel like you can feel so mentally drained, but yet so fired up to level up? And that's what I wanted to convey when I was writing this on the flight last night, okay? So this is a letter to myself. This is raw. This is real. All the things. It says, "Hey girl, hey." If you know me, you know me, right? "Hey girl, hey. Holy cow. Convention was a whole nother level. The announcements, the incredible speakers, the incentives, and the vision that keeps getting bigger and bolder. But what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Why is this convention different? Going forward, how is this going to be different working your business like you said you have done before?" Well, because girl, you are guilty of playing small ball, which does not align with where you want to take yourself and your team. Stop letting yourself down. Oh, goodness. Stop misaligning your activity and your big goals, right? Stop. The small ball stops here. So each morning, you're going to say this out loud and proud. I will not let anyone else's opinion or judgment change the trajectory of where I am taking my Remon business. My new focus, activity, and goals are going to be 10x every day, every week, and every month. This will be driven by my determination and not excitement, because we know that fades, right? Even when the feeling is not there, the work and grind will be done. As I grow closer to the goal of achieving the rank of director, I am lifting my team to reach their goals as well because their success matters so much, if not more than mine. I will stay humble, I will stay a servant leader, and I will stay positive. I will become a new director in 2026. There is a lion inside of me, and it's been pacing long enough. I'm ready to let it out, and it's hungry. So let's
F and eat. There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh.
It's right
Oh my
here.
Thank you so much. I think I just take a minute, Elena, and read the chats because so many people can probably see themselves in you and in your words. And I just appreciate your vulnerability and your authenticity and reading us such a personal note that you wrote to yourself. I've always believed in you, and I am so excited to watch you surpass these goals. Um, so all roads right here, right now, tonight, because it's the 8th. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that next slide. They lead to Long Beach, California. I've been doing this industry for over 15 years, you guys. And if I'm going to give you just some gold nuggets tonight, it's all roads lead to Long Beach, California in February 27th through March 1st. Every day you're talking to new planners. If you bring on a new person in your business, you are bringing this conversation into it even from the start. Okay, because, and we can go to the next slide, it is not about you going. To be successful in this business, it is not about you going. It is about who you are bringing with you. The number of people that you have sitting in those seats determines how many leaders you'll have in the 90 days leading past that. How many people you show up with is what your business will be after that event. So all energy, all roads, all conversations lead into getting people the events, because you may sign someone up, they may buy some product, but they may not take off until after they have gone to an event. And so here is the deal right now. This is the early bird special. Today is September 8th. Today is September 8th. So we have until midnight Pacific Standard. Grab this at the cheapest rate. And I want, here's your code. I want to encourage you to be a leader. I want to encourage you to lead yourself. Okay, you can't ask people to do what you won't do. So if you are on this call tonight, you got to lead by example. You have to book your ticket so that you can give your team permission to do the same. Okay, you don't want to wait, because every day you wait, you're going to wait longer. Get the ticket, and if you can, put your back up against the wall. Some of us need to get back to hungry again. Some of us need to get back to the gritty little desperation. Grab the 10 tickets, because you know why? You need your money back. Some of you can't afford to get 10 tickets. Get 10 tickets so it will force you to get your money back, so you can build a legacy business where you're never in a situation questioning if you can afford 10 tickets again. It's the crazy cycle, right? Expecting the same results and doing the same thing. Get uncomfortable. Push yourself into the 10 if possible, so you will fill them. So you will get gritty, and so you will get hungry. All right, that's really important. I believe it. So, and then the cost will continue to go up. I think that is it. Guys, I want you to imagine walking into that room surrounded by your team, full of excitement, ready to run. And it starts tonight. Starts with you getting yours, and everyday conversations. Getting those tickets, the road leads to the next conference. Okay, and the next woman up is Jen I am so sorry, Barsamian.
Jen Barsamian.
Thank you.
Hi, Jen. Where's Jen?
Hello, hello. Thank you. I was actually just looking up, you can buy the tickets right now in your back office. Does everybody know that? So you
Oh.
want to log into your back office and you go to events and then manage events, and then you're going to select the February event. So yes, we have the QR code, but this is no longer being done through Eventbrite, people. This is all now happening through your back office. So I was very excited to hear that. Okay, anyway, so I was lucky to be part of a panel that spoke about the compensation plan. We all love the money, right? And we had a visual on stage, which I couldn't figure out how to recreate here on the Zoom. So I made little note cards, but let me ask you, is that backwards to you all?
No, we can see it.
You can see it and it's not backwards.
Yeah.
Because it's backwards to me. Okay. So here's the deal. We're just gonna go over this. Like, I feel like you can't hear about the compensation plan too many times, because for those of you who know me, you know that yeah, multiple six-figure earner in this industry, right? I do not know the compensation plan. I really don't. So it was a kind of a challenge for me to be on this panel. And I will say, all I know is this. Just know this. When you sell and create customers, and you invite people to join the business and you create planners, you make money. Repeat, 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 repeat over time. Don't quit, keep going. You make more money. That's the gist of it. However, we did get into the details of the compensation plan. So I just want to go over it really, really quickly with you, and I made my little cards. So y'all know, right, as planners, what do we make, right? We make 10%. So we bring in a customer and we get paid 10% on our customer. We bring in a first level planner and we get paid 5% on our first level planner, right? On the BP. So everyone knows that. So then we want to get ourselves to manager, because what happens at manager, we are doubling our income. We are going from 10%, right, to 20%. And when we bring in a customer, right, we make 20% on the customer. But here's the cool thing. You've also doubled your income on your first level planner. You bring in your first level planner and they make 10%. Well, you are a 20% manager, so you're picking up the differential, right? You're picking up the 10%. So then, and the way we did this on stage is we had these signs and people would come on and they would hand the money. The sign said 10%, 20%. They'd hand the money over to the manager. It was super cute. So then you want to get, of course, to senior manager as fast as you possibly can to triple your income, right? 30%. You're going to get 30% on your customers. When you bring in a planner on your first level, they get paid 10%. You pick up the 20% differential on the BP, right? And then when someone comes in, and again, these are all first level people. So you bring in a first level manager, you're a senior manager, they make 20%. You're picking up the extra 10. And then when you have a senior manager group, you make 5% on that entire senior manager group, right? But here is what I think is the most important takeaway of this entire piece of the presentation, okay? So you're doing all those things and you're making that money on your first level. Senior manager does unlock a 5% all the way throughout your organization. So you're kind of unlocking your organization at senior manager. Where this entire comp plan truly unlocks is team leader. Can you all put in the chat, comp plan unlocks at team leader? Just type that in. Because I know right now you're all here, you're running real hard for manager. You're probably running real hard for senior manager if you aren't there yet. And I see a lot of people kind of like, okay, I made senior manager, right? Because now I tripled my income, and they kind of sit back. You need to know this about team leader. And I don't know if you all understand this. I think I've heard the phrase, if people truly understood residual income, they would run through a brick wall to get it. Has anyone heard that phrase? So this is the magic and the secret and the joy and the beauty of what is happening at Remon, and no company in the industry pays like this. Okay, ready? Here we go. So at team leader, you have unlocked 40%. Okay. You have a customer, right? They come in, they make a sale, you get paid 40% on the BP. You have a planner, they come in first level, they could be fifth level, they could be eighth level, they could be 800th level, okay, under you as a planner. open line, not under another team leader, but we're not going to get into that. Let's just pretend there are no other team leaders. Okay. Let's pretend this person is 50 levels deep and they come in. All right. And they are making 10%. 30% rolls up to you, the team leader. How crazy is that? Like sometimes I will be out with my family. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I just made $300 because a planner under a planner under a planner under a planner, a planner, down, 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 buys a big kit. Who gets that money? The team leader. Okay, I'm a little excited. I love this rank. This is my absolute favorite. Everybody put in the chat, team leader is Jen's favorite rank, please. And just know we'll talk about getting you there. All right. So anyway, next up. So let's say you get a manager. You promote a manager, okay? And there's no way between you and the manager, and they're making 20%. Okay? You're picking up the differential. You get 20% on what they do. Come on. And a manager, they're working. Okay? They're out there. They're doing the do. They're making the money. So and then of course, when you bring in a team leader, you're picking up the extra 10% on the team leader. So I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, but does everybody know what you need to get to team leader? You need 3 what? Let's see who knows in the chat. What do you need? You need 3. Come on, somebody. Yeah, Allie Pfeiffer. Because Allie Pfeiffer's on a team leader run right now. So she knows you need 3 senior managers to get to team leader. And you need to be doing on average 10,000 a month. Ultimately, it's going to be 50,000, right? That's what you need to get there. It works out to be 10,000 a month, but you could do all 50. Hey, there's a guy on our team that just did it in a week. He did 50,000 in a week with 3 senior managers, and he was the fastest promoting team leader in the Philippines, right? So you could come in, you could do it right away. I don't know how long tell us, team leaders, how long it took you to get to team leader, right? People need to know. So very exciting rank. And just a huge shout out to that rank. I've never seen a company pay that much, that deep into a comp plan. Okay. So that was my big exciting takeaway. That was our thing at the conference. Conference was freaking unbelievable. RIMCA 14 days. Yeah, girl. Yes. Senior manager, 3 senior managers and 6K. Tara, yep, 7 months, 3 months. All right. I love it. You guys, great job. Mari Ruiz, 6 months. All right. Good. 1 year. All right, good. I mean, hey, just get there. No matter what, get there. Walk through that brick wall. Okay, next up, speaking of people who are walking through brick walls to get their residual income, we have a guest who was at the convention. So Tara Ludi joined Remon, I don't know, last week before, brand new, immediately signed up a planner, said, I'm coming to convention. She came to Las Vegas to convention. And after the first day of convention, she promoted to manager, just like that. I know I say just like that. It wasn't like super easy. I understand. And Tara has a background in sales, but corporate sales, very, very different than network marketing. So she is relearning a whole way of doing sales. Tara, can you tell us a little bit about the convention, what you loved, what some of your takeaways were, and congratulations on your success. And thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jen. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it was fabulous. I really enjoyed it. We do national sales meetings every year. I'm in medical sales, so I'm very used to that type of environment. There were a lot of fabulous crossovers, little nuggets, the good to great, looking at rethinking, reimagining, and redefining. So it was a lot of fun for me. I really, all of this has happened so quick and so fast. So I'm just kind of trying to soak it all in. As you mentioned before, like I haven't put anything on my face for over 5 years because I had colon cancer and I was very, very particular about not putting any chemicals on my face. And when I saw the results and I started delving in and learning about it, I just wanted to try it because I'm getting older and I wanted to try to pause aging a little bit or at least slow it down. So I absolutely love the product. And what I learned through the convention was, Abby said a lot about belief. For me, it's trust. So what I thought about was like trusting in myself enough to show up. trusting in the company enough to be interested in promoting it, and then really trusting in the product enough to putting it on my face. So trust was a really big thing that I took away from the conference. I got to have an amazing roommate that I got to meet and love and be friends with now. So that was fabulous. I made a lot of friends, and I think my family would say, like in our family, we talk about, we're getter doners. And, it's just like you lean in, you get her done, you're doing, we're all about positive energy, putting things out there, coming from a place of love. So a lot of the conversations really resonated with me. And I love the Mamapreneur section where it really talked about, and it kind of gave me comfort that maybe I can share my story with others. And I know that they trust me because they know that I do a lot of research. So I'm super excited to see where this goes. And who knows, team leader, wherever, I'm just going to lean in authentically and be myself and see where this takes me. So thankful for the opportunity. And I highly recommend anyone attending the conferences because I think it was really healthy for me to just get such great perspective and trust and meet so many wonderful people. So thank you.
Awesome. Tara, thank you so much for saying that and for sharing and for just being you, your authentic self. And I just put in the chat, you said you want to trust yourself enough to show up. That's hard, right? Already, I think a lot of us don't trust ourselves. A lot of us have fear. A lot of us have second thoughts, right? So just being open and trying to show up and just, open your mouth, right? And share. And I promise you, a no is not going to kill you. We get them all day, every day. It will not hurt. It might sting a little the first time. It's not going to kill you. Trusting the company to do what the company is supposed to do and trusting that the products work and are effective and that they are the clean ingredients that they are. And I love that you were able to build that trust over the weekend and that you met your new bestie, Melissa, with the roommate situation. So thank you so much for sharing. And I'm going to turn it back to you, Brianna Michael, and woo, team leader, best rank ever. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm not turning over to anyone because we're going to talk about this slide. So listen, we had a challenge. Like let's just be very, very real and honest, right? We had a system go live. That system had some problems and we maybe lost some sales. So for those of you who have stuck it out through the hard times are over. The sales are going through. And here's the kicker. Even during a system challenge, we are still growing. We are increasing our revenue, right? So the total Remount community, this is global, okay? This isn't in the US, much smaller Remount community, okay? But we have a global Remount community, including all of our countries of 300,000 people. We've done 170 million in revenue and paid out 50% of that in commissions. We have sold 2 million total units. This is in North America. Absolutely incredible the way that we are growing, even in the midst of like a very, you look back now and it was a little blip on the radar, right? Not while we were going through it, but now that it is in the rearview mirror, it is really nice to see that even with a challenge, we grow, we build, we are absolutely killing it. And the best is yet to come. You are all here at the right place, at the right time, with the right company, in momentum, yet still brand new. And we're talking about all these countries, right? What country are you excited about? You excited about Ireland? You excited about Chile? Guess what country we can all be excited about, right? Most of us here are from the US and Canada. And I know that if you all went into your towns and you walked to, let's say you have a town center or a grocery store, whatever, the place where everyone in town goes. And if you stood there with a clipboard, like you were taking a poll and you asked them if they had heard of Riemann, I'm going to bet 95% of them have never heard the name. So you know what? Let's go US, let's go Canada, let's go all the countries. The momentum is here, right place, right time. All right, love y'all. Back to you, Bree.
Oh, that's so good, Jen. She's so right. I mean, I talk to people every single day. In fact, you guys, this is crazy. Just talked to a guy who's an industry coach. He coaches in the network marketing industry, and he said he's never heard of Riemann. You guys, like this is so wide open. I mean, I know we talk about all these global countries, but just walk down the street and talk to your neighbors and they haven't heard of it, guaranteed. I have to piggyback on this and say one thing, probably the most impactful thing that I heard all weekend was something that Larry Thompson said. And I hope I say it right. He said that 90% of companies out there, if they had gone through 10% of some of the startup challenges that we've gone through, would not be in business today. Okay, so 90% of companies out there, if they had gone through 10% of the startup issues that we've gone through, would not be in business today, but yet we grew 170 million total revenue in North America, even during an IT transition that presented challenges. You guys, our best days, we haven't even seen them yet. They are just ahead of us. These products are too good. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Christy Belliston, who's going to give you a little teaser of what we have coming this week, because you guys, we're going to bring all the goods to this. So we're going to show you exactly what to do. So Christy, what do we got?
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, we all know that most people fail not because they can't do it. You guys can all do this, but we fail because we're scattered. And this is why I love challenges like this. Who was able to participate in the last challenge that we all did? Would you just put me in the chat? I just want to see. And you guys know what a difference that makes in your business, right? It gives you structure. It gives you accountability. It gives you the energy that you need that maybe you can't create on your own. It gives you guidance. It gives you a roadmap, right? And so this is why we're running this together. And you guys, Costa Rica is not just going to be a dream. I want you to already say it's a done deal. So can you put done deal into the chat for me? Because it is. It's already there. It's already done. Now, all we need to do is just link arms, team up together, and really engage in this incredible Fall into Momentum challenge that we have coming for you. You guys are going to get all of the details on the 10th, and that is this Wednesday. So this Wednesday is the 10th, and you're going to get all of the details there. So put that on your calendar right now. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And look at all of you guys. Look at how much fun are we going to have? Are you guys so excited, right? Okay, the best part, of course, is that we are doing this too. I'm committing to 30 days. I'm picking up my convention pack. I know the directors are as well. We're all doing this together. And basically, you guys are going to have a full action plan here. We're going to focus on the activities that are going to help you earn your trip. And of course, that's going to create a very large paycheck for you as well. We all know, right? But again, it's just gathering and getting you guys into momentum. Most of us, we don't start because we don't know where to start. And if you're new, this is definitely going to help you and guide you, because now you're going to have a starting point. You're going to know exactly what you need to do every single day, not just once in a while, not just on a Monday, not just on a Wednesday. You guys, every single day, you're going to have a game plan and you're going to know exactly what to do. We've got some, and I'm just going to share this little part because I think it's a fabulous idea. This is Brianna's idea. Daily power hours. How would you love to plug in with your leadership every single day and be guided step by step every single day? Would you be excited about something like that? Yes, right? Where you could just hop on, get your business all done in 1 hour a day, go live your life, go enjoy your family, right? Because it's focused, intentional actions. And when we can learn how to do that, and when we can learn how to create these incredible hours of power, you guys, your business is going to explode. So super excited about that. Do you ladies have anything to add? I know that we're all so excited about coming together again and
We're
doing
going to see you Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 5 5 p.m. Pacific. And so put that on your calendar now. Make sure you spread the word. You want to get as many people on here as possible. And I promise you, we're going to make some money together. We're going to fall into momentum. We're also going to have some fun. And we always like to bring the prizes and the fun and the giveaways and all the good things. So stay tuned for this Wednesday. You'll get more details on that. And thank you. I know we went just a few minutes over. Any last words, everyone? Did we cover it all? I think we're good. Okay, perfect. So we'll see you guys Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night, everyone. Have a blessed week, and we will see you this Wednesday. Bye, everyone. Good night.